then Tyler found a PS1 game and 3 PS2 games, and then he'll show a controller that he found.
Alright, so the first one here is Metal Gear Solid, and that one's got both discs and the manual.
That's really cool, and that game's kind of hard to find, especially a Black Label one. I haven't come across a Black Label one really. I'm still trying to find it. I found 2 Greatest Hits ones, and it's unfortunate that they're not Black Label, but anyway.
We got the 3 PS2 games are Final Fantasy 12?
Yeah, it's 12. That was the last one on PS2, so.
That one's 100% complete.
Really good shape. It's got that stiffness again, so these games are in really good shape, which is cool. Just remember, guys, these are $3 each, so can't complain.
And they got Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Black Label.
100% complete.
The only problem is it's got a GameStop sticker on the bottom, you know, where they actually stick it on there. I like it when they just slide it in there, but sometimes some of the stores would actually stick it on there and it ruins the game. So it's unfortunate, but...
And then we got Destroy All Humans 2.
And I do have that one, but it might be an upgrade. It looks pretty clean, so... I still need to find the first one. I have a case and manual for it. I just need to find disc only, so... But anyways, there's that one, so that's really cool. Very good game finds there for $3 each. And then this controller was $4. And that's really cool because it's a pretty hard to find color.
Right, and that is a blue Xbox controller.
It's the S controller, so the smaller one, so it's not the Big Duke one, but I don't think they even made the Big Duke controller in blue. I'm not positive on that. But anyway, didn't have a breakaway cable, like all of them. So, but anyways, $4, that's a really good deal. And it does work, so that's very cool. Alright, next, I'll go ahead and show this. Alright, so I was looking around. They had a PS2, a couple Xboxes, a Wii. They were all about eBay going prices, so I wasn't really interested. And then I went down a little more on their table, saw this. They wanted $5 for it. So I was like, okay, why not? And that is another Ms. Pac-Man plug-and-play. And I didn't realize this till I got home, but it is actually the Game Key one, the Game Key Ready one. It's got the port on the back that you can plug in. Like, they made separate cartridge games for these. And I didn't realize that till I got home, that it was a different model. You can just tell that it's a little bit bigger. Where's that other one? To show you real quick, that there's that one. And there's the, it's a little bit bigger. So it's, you know, you can tell by the tops too, that the Game Key one is bigger and has the more capabilities of doing the cartridge games. So anyways, I thought that was really cool. I hadn't seen it before, so it is a variant, so I will hang on to it just because it's pretty cool. So $5, I couldn't complain. Any Miss Pac-Man, you know, whether or not it has the Game Key one or whatever in it, for $5, I can't complain. So, very, very cool. Alright, is there anything you had to show, or... Well, you've got a lot of stuff to show yet, but is there something next that you wanted to show? Or is it my turn still? I can't remember. I'm trying to configure it enough to where we can show it piece by piece. I guess you can show that. I mean, that came up, you know, next. We went to this one guy's stall. He had some games. He had an NES, but it was $60, which, no thanks, from a flea market. So, and it wasn't in the greatest shape anyway, so I was like, okay, whatever. But anyways, we did find a Game Boy game, and all his Game Boy games were $3 each. So, I mean, there was only 4 of them, and 2 of them were bases loaded, and one was Tetris. So we went with this one, which I thought was a little bit more obscure, which is not too obscure, but it's a more playable game. Not saying that Tetris isn't playable, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
And bases loaded is playable too, but you get the idea. I just didn't want to pay $3 each for those. It's just not worth it. But anyways, this was $3. Got a clamshell on it. Now I can let Tyler say what it is.
Alright, Tiny Toon Adventures, Bab's Big Break.
And it does work. It's a really clean cartridge, so that's very cool. So that's exciting to add another Game Boy game to the collection. So very cool. Alright, now this right here, guys, I'm going to show this. There's 2 things here, as a matter of fact. I'll go ahead and show this piece first. We've got a N64 game. Yeah, I know, right? It's been a long time since I found a 64 game. But that is Castlevania. It's not the other one. I don't remember which the other one was, but it's like a $40, $50 game. But anyways, here's Castlevania 64, I guess. But very good shape. Mine's probably a little bit better than this. I'm not sure. It might be the same condition. We'll have to check it out. But that was $5, so I could not complain there. Very clean cartridge. It worked first try. I couldn't complain there, so that's cool. There's that. But that's not what I was excited about this stall. This stall only had 2 game things, and I decided to pick up both because, for one, yes, and because, really, yes, I needed to get this. So, what we have here, guys, is probably one of the rarest things I have ever seen in the wild, and I'm sure it's going to be probably one of the rarest things that you've heard of and seen before. And what we have here, it doesn't have any cords or controllers or anything. No games for it. Don't know if it works, but at this point I really don't care. It's just such an obscure piece that I'm not going to complain about it. But what we have here, guys, is a TurboGrafx 16, and it does have the dust cover on the back, which is kind of uncommon sometimes. The thing alone is uncommon, so I just thought this was such a cool thing to find at the flea market. I have never seen anything so rare. I mean, to me it seems like finding like a Sega Master System or something, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of deal, you know, with that. So it's like a really hard piece to find. I've never seen a TurboGrafx 16 like in person at all. I mean, I've seen some people have these in, you know, videos and stuff, but I've never physically, you know, in front of me seen one, and now I'm holding one. So really cool, guys. I could not complain. I wanted to pick this up because I'm probably not going to see another one of these. There's just no way. Unless it's like, you know, some game collection that some guy's selling, or a game store might have one. I don't even think Games Ahoy has one. And if they did, they sold it pretty quick because these are so uncommon to find that people try to get them. But this was $20, guys. $20 for a TurboGrafx 16. A console only goes for like 70, 80 bucks, I believe, on eBay and Amazon or whatnot. So wherever you can find one for a console only or whatever, it's not cheap. I think a complete one goes well over 100. So it's really uncommon console. So I was really, really happy to find that. That was such a cool find. So very, very cool. All right, now we'll get into more games, of course. We've got 2 PS2 games here. These were $1 each. These were in a binder, like a CD binder. So we had to stick these in. I think, you know, this was after the fact that we bought that Crash on Wii. So we decided to stick these 2 discs inside of that to keep them safe, so they wouldn't get too scratched up. So when I got home, I put them in, you know, dust sleeves, CDs cases and stuff. So first one here is NBA Street Volume 2. Once again, black label again, but that is a disc only, like I said. So $1 for that, I cannot complain. This is like a, you know, I didn't mention it before, but it's like a $12 to $15 game, depending on who buys it and who wants to pay that much for it. But very cool. For $1, I can't complain for a very fun game, once again. So that's cool. So there's that one. And then this one I didn't have, so I'm going to keep it just because it's a disc only, but I could probably find a case manual for it somewhere, who knows. But that is Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of the Roses. And that was $1 as well, which is really, really cool. The discs look very nice. They're not too scratched up, not too, you know, ruined. I tested both of them. They both work very nicely, so that's very, very cool. All right. Now, I think Tyler's got a couple games that he would like to show.
All right.
And these all came from a stall that was like right next door to that guy that I just showed you with those 2 PS2 games. And this guy had like bookshelves, like literal bookshelves, like set up there. And remember, this is an outside flea market, so everything's, you know, got sun, you know, the sun can hit it. So he was trying to protect his stuff as much as possible with these bookshelves and stuff anyway. So, I mean, he had like rows and rows of DVDs and stuff. And then Tyler found a few PS2 games. And the guy said, how about $10 for the 3? And we're like, all right, that's fine. And so that's really cool.
So we got 3 games here. We got Cold Fear.
Really cool. It's kind of like an alien zombie looking shooter kind of game, which is really cool looking. And again, it's got that real stiffness to it. It's like, you know, probably played once or twice. So there's that one. Didn't have it, so I'm going to keep that one for sure.
Then we got God of War 2.
Black label. It's got the double disc set, of course. And it's in really good shape. Unfortunately, though, if you look at it again, GameStop has their sticker on there. So, again, I don't worry about those no more because I did that once. I did it once. It ruined the game. I'll never do it again. So,
and the last... Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
And the last one here is Resident Evil Code Veronica X, which includes the bonus Devil May Cry demo CD.
Yeah, it's the Resident Evil 5th Anniversary Edition, which is really cool. I have just the basic one, so that's a variant, so I'm definitely hanging on to that. So yeah, guys, $10 for the 3, that's a really good deal, so could not complain there. Alright. Now, do you have another stack, or do we... Oh yeah, I guess I'll show this. Another random little pickup at one guy's stall. He had some cords and stuff. The rest of it was just like clothes and, you know, miscellaneous wear. But anyways, this was $2. Couldn't complain. I saw it in the amount of cords that he had. He only had like maybe 15 cords just in a pile, and this was on the bottom of it. And I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. I could use that. We got a PS1 Mini power cord here. These are always useful. You never know. You might need an extra cord, or you might pick up an extra console that doesn't have cords. So always pick these up if they're cheap enough, guys. They're really helpful, and it does work, so that's very cool. So $2, I could not complain. That's like an $8 to $10 power cord, so that's not bad. So that's very, very cool. Alright, now we'll get into some more games again. Alright, so we went to a reseller's booth. And again, don't underestimate the resellers, guys. This is a gold mine if you know what you're looking for. Not every game is known to the resellers. They always attack the Zeldas, the Marios, the Mega Mans, the Metroids, the everything that's mostly known to man by, Nintendo standards or PlayStation. Like, they'll know, like, the Tomb Raiders or the Twisted Metals usually, or sometimes, but they'll miss stuff. They will miss stuff. These games were all $5 and $10 each, and these were from a reseller, guys. This guy had, like $60 on a Super Nintendo, or $60 on a 64, or, like $30 for this, $30 for that, $20 for that, He knew his prices, but he didn't know his prices on these. So we'll go ahead and get into them. There's one GameCube game here, and the rest are PS1 games. So, first one here, again, great title. This is the third one, even though it's a different format. But it's the same game again. But we got NBA Street Volume 2 on GameCube. And again, a great game. It's worth about the same on GameCube, maybe a little less. It's about 15, 12 maybe, somewhere in there. It's got a little bit of sun fading on the side, so it's not too bad, I guess. But it is complete. It doesn't have the precautions booklet in there, but I have plenty of those. And the disc looks really nice. So $5 for that. I didn't have it on GameCube, so now I do. Really cool. Really excited to get that, so that's cool. Alright, and then I picked out some PS1 games, and then Tyler found some PS1 games while he was digging on the other side of the bin. And they're all great titles, guys. This is incredible. The first one here, the ones I'm holding, these are all $5 each. First one here, Spider-Man, Black Label. I found one not too long ago, Greatest Hits version at Goodwill for $2, but this one was $5. Again, complete. You can tell by the manual in the front, but the disc is in really nice shape. I guess I don't really have to open them because I'll tell you that the disc is in there. I'm not going to lie to you. That's just ridiculous. Unless I'll just, I'll just show them anyway. Whatever. Alright, this one, Greatest Hits, Spyro, Year of the Dragon. Spyro 3, I guess, to most people, if you want to consider it that way. That's what it is, really, but it doesn't say it on there. But if you know the trilogy, you can tell that it's 3. Complete. Very nice shape. There's that one. $5. Another Spyro, Year of the Dragon, $5. Greatest Hits. Just picked this one up not too long ago. A Black Label one, anyway. About a couple months ago at Goodwill for $2, I think. So I finally found a Black Label of that. But again, complete. Disc is a little bit scuffed up on this one, as for the showing of the cracks in the case and stuff. But there's that one. Again, another Spyro 3. And then Spyro the Dragon, or Spyro, the first one, if you want. That one's Greatest Hits. I already have this one. I need the second one, Black Label. But anyways, there's that one. If I can open it. Complete again. $5, guys. I mean, this guy was a reseller, but he had these at $5 each, which is incredible. And then Tyler found some games on his side while he was digging. While I was digging my side, he was digging his side. And there's these bigger ones, like, the double disc ones. These ones he wanted for 10, because apparently to him it looked like 2 games or whatever. So, but still, great games for $10 each. So, here's this one.
We got The Legend of Dragoon.
It's Greatest Hits, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to, move it. But I do want to find a Black Label. That would be a great game to find.
This one has, like, some cracks in the...
Yeah, like the rings. The rings that hold the disc are all...
They're all like this, but, like...
It's going to be hard. They kind of fall out, so it's kind of...
So I'm going to have to show you individually, but we got the manual.
It does have 4 discs. It has all 4. There's the manual. Very nice manual. And then there's disc 2. The discs look brand new, by the way, so that's really cool. So there's disc 2. There's that one. And you flip it over to the other side carefully, because they probably will fall out, because the thing is pretty busted. And then you got disc 3. Very nice shape.
And then disc 4.
And then disc 4. So it's complete 100%. It's Greatest Hits for 1, unfortunately, and 2 of the rings that hold the discs are cracked out. So it's not too bad. It's still in good shape. It's there. So $10, I could not complain for that. So very cool. So there's that one.